If your testosterone levels look normal on paper, but your sex drive, libido, and also focus and motivation are crashing, it's not in your head. After reviewing hundreds of hormone panels, I can tell you that most cases of low libido aren't caused by low testosterone at all. They're caused by deeper system-wide dysfunction your doctor rarely checks. And in this video, I'll break down the 5 biological systems that actually control male libido, from brain chemistry and blood flow to micronutrient status. And I'll show you exactly how to bring them back online step by step. Most men wait until their relationships or confidence collapse before fixing this. But if you're watching this right now, you're clearly not most men. We've been told that libido lives and dies with testosterone. That's outdated and dangerously incomplete. Every week I see men with perfectly normal, even optimal testosterone levels who still feel flat, lacking drive and motivation, feeling disconnected. Why? Because testosterone isn't the sole driver, it's simply just the ignition key. The real engine of libido involves 5 interconnected systems: hormonal, neurological, vascular, hypothalamic, and nutritional. And when even one of those systems starts to fail, testosterone can't do its job properly, no matter what your lab results say. So if you've been told your testosterone is fine, you're just stressed, you're not crazy. You're just being given a one-dimensional diagnosis for a 5-dimensional problem. Modern life quietly dismantles male libido from every single angle. Chronic stress floods your system with cortisol, which suppresses gonadotropin-releasing hormone, the brain signal that starts testosterone production. Poor sleep blunts dopamine and can lower testosterone by up to 20%. Sedentary habits and nutrient deficiencies reduce receptor sensitivity, meaning your body can't even use the testosterone that it makes. And constant digital overstimulation, especially from porn, desensitizes the brain's reward system, making real intimacy less rewarding. So even if your testosterone is fine, your body may have lost the ability to actually use it and respond to it. That's what clinicians call functional hypogonadism, when the hormones are there, but the message doesn't land. Libido isn't just a hormone number. It's a mirror reflecting how well these 5 key systems are working synergistically. So let's break them down, and more importantly, talk about how to bring them back online. Number 1, testosterone, the hormone foundation. Think of testosterone as the broadcast signal. It activates androgen receptors in the brain, specifically the hypothalamus, which regulates hormones, and the limbic system, which drives emotion and motivation. To keep that signal strong, we need to sleep efficiently for 7 to 8 hours every single night. This can raise testosterone by up to 20%. We need resistance training, which works to boost luteinizing hormone output and receptor sensitivity. We need micronutrients like zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D, which all directly support testosterone production via different mechanisms. We also need healthy body composition, because body fat produces an enzyme called aromatase, which converts testosterone into estrogen. Reducing visceral fat specifically, which is the fat that surrounds your organs, also improves the testosterone to estrogen ratio. And if true hypogonadism is confirmed, therapies like TRT or enclomiphene can help. But remember, optimization is about restoring function, not chasing numbers. Number 2, dopamine and oxytocin, the neural drivers of desire and connection. If testosterone is the fuel, then dopamine is the spark. Dopamine governs motivation and sexual drive through your brain's reward pathways. Oxytocin, on the other hand, is the molecule of connection, the bonding chemical that creates intimacy and post-orgasmic calm. The problem? Stress, sleep deprivation, and isolation crush both dopamine and oxytocin tone. Porn overuse makes it worse. It literally dulls your reward receptors, so even high dopamine levels can't create desire. Here's how to rebuild those signals. Avoid dopamine binging, like doom scrolling your phone, pornography, and mindless TV, to allow your baseline to stabilize. You can also then use things like mucuna, which is rich in L-dopa, to boost dopamine synthesis, as well as L-tyrosine, which can work as a dopamine precursor. Then there are things like oxytocin nasal spray, which can be used under medical supervision to enhance bonding and emotional sensitivity. When you restore dopamine and oxytocin, you don't just reignite desire, you reconnect motivation with emotion. Number 3, nitric oxide, the vascular engine of arousal. You can have the hormones and the drive, but if blood flow doesn't respond, arousal fails. Nitric oxide is what relaxes smooth muscle so the penis can fill with blood. When nitric oxide production drops, even strong hormonal signals can't trigger a full response. Research shows that a powerful combination of L-arginine at 1.7 to 3 grams daily, the main nitric oxide precursor, with pycnogenol at 80 to 120 milligrams daily, which activates nitric oxide synthase, can have incredible benefits towards libido. Together, these compounds have been shown to restore erectile function by up to 90% over 3 months without reported side effects. You can also support libido naturally via this pathway with beetroot, pomegranate, watermelon, spinach, garlic, and dark chocolate. When nitric oxide pathways are optimized, hormones and neural signals finally translate into physical performance. Number 4, kisspeptin and PT141, rebooting the command center. Now we move upstream, the neuroendocrine command center. Kisspeptin triggers gonadotropin releasing hormone in the hypothalamus, which then drives LH and testosterone production. The peptide 141 works differently. It acts directly on brain receptors to heighten arousal, independent of blood flow. These agents are game changers for men whose issues originate in the brain rather than the body, especially if testosterone therapy or Viagra hasn't helped. But because they influence central pathways, they must be prescribed and monitored carefully to keep blood pressure and hormones balanced. Number 5, micronutrients and lifestyle, the foundation beneath all of it. Even the most advanced therapies fail if the basics aren't covered. Zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D are all non-negotiable. Zinc supports testosterone synthesis. Magnesium improves receptor sensitivity and endothelial function. Vitamin D enhances androgen receptor expression. Botanicals like tonka ali and Fedosia agrestis can help boost LH and testosterone temporarily, but use them cyclically and under guidance. The most important thing here are the primary pillars: sleep, whole food nutrition, resistance training, sunlight, and stress management. These habits don't just maintain libido, they rebuild the entire metabolic foundation behind it all. Low libido isn't a personal failure. It's not just stress, it's your body's way of saying something's out of sync. When you fix the roots, hormone balance, dopamine signaling, nitric oxide flow, and micronutrient sufficiency, desire returns naturally as a byproduct of restored health. Because libido isn't just about sex, it's about vitality. Let's quickly cover some of the most commonly asked questions about male libido. Firstly, can libido be low even with high testosterone? Yes, absolutely. Dopamine, oxytocin, and nitric oxide pathways drive desire independently of testosterone. Will Viagra fix libido? It may improve blood flow, but it won't restore motivation or connection. And that's the real foundation of sexual health. Are oxytocin and PT141 safe long term? When used under medical supervision and cycled properly, yes, but unsupervised long-term use is not advised. One final thing to be aware of when it comes to libido is the topic of varicoceles. A varicocele is essentially a varicose vein in the scrotum. These are more common than most men realize. When a man has a varicocele, what can happen is the blood flow to and from the testes is hindered. This means that nutrients cannot reach the area, and also blood cannot be efficiently drained from the testes. This causes a whole host of issues affecting libido, testosterone production, and fertility. So if you have already tried everything that I've already spoken about and not seen a change, then it's possible that this may be the issue. In which case, you'd be recommended to seek medical advice and, if necessary, have it surgically removed. Here's the thing, low libido isn't a bedroom problem. It's a biological signal that your systems, hormonal, neurological, vascular, and nutritional, are overloaded or disconnected. When you restore those systems, everything changes. Energy, focus, confidence, and connection all rise together. If you want to go deep into testosterone optimization, dopamine balance, and nitric oxide nutrition, click subscribe for more videos like this on men's health, and continue on to the next video where I talk in depth about the tools I use to optimize testosterone levels naturally using a root cause approach.